VeryDarkMan and other Nigerian celebrities revealed the deepest secret about the match that happened 2 days ago between Nigeria and Morocco, guys. Before we watch the video, I would love to give a shout out to my returning subscribers. Thank you so very much for always clicking in. And if you're new here, my name is Delphina. I'm super excited to have you here. Please don't make it your last by subscribing to the channel, like this video and share the video. Also do well to press the notification bell to get notified whenever I drop another one. Guys, let's get right into the video, and please at the end of it, kindly drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's watch.
Alright, so when I wanna watch that match for television, different from also watch the match for inside stadium. A lot of now don't really know what they go on. Let me give you an insight, right? Them all come pick people where won't blame. Now, there were 65,000 people inside that stadium yesterday. I don't want to exaggerate, man just dash Nigeria 5,000, even though Nigerians were not up to 5,000, but we'll give them 5,000, right? You see inside that field, if Nigeria hold ball, it go be as if made the stadium fall. Now yesterday now I finally know the meaning of home advantage. I swear it go be as if the stadium go fall. But then again, Nigerian players still kept their composure, especially when that ball got to Kevin Bassey or if Nwabali hold ball. You go see say Nigerians they tame them down. If Nigeria hold ball, go but if you reach Bassey go container. Nwabali go wool, then that their voice will come low. Then if you call the push attack, if you just touch Adams or see anybody look man, but they still try. Now, with the person when I go blame yesterday, I'm going to blame the coach. Not entirely. There were some players that were lacking confidence. Players like Onyedika. He was lacking confidence. If they give him the ball, it's either he pass the ball to them or he throws it outside. For some reason, he was lacking confidence. You know, person where they play for Club Brugge. You play away matches. You play away matches. When they play for Belgium, now they go play away and they do the same thing. I don't know what happened to him yesterday. I was surprised. To think that I don't use Onyedika brag, I was surprised. Onyedika did not complete. He did not even complete up to 5 passes yesterday. And he will always take the ball to the back. Always. Always. I will say, okay, yes, maybe he didn't have the confidence because there was so much pressure. At the time, you say stadium, they be as if you won't fall. Do you understand? So the coach was supposed to change it earlier. He let him play till 80-something minutes. First of all, I blame the coach for that. Now, Akko Adams was playing terribly yesterday. You get one game where one boy is supposed to turn. The one where he's supposed to pass, he no go grip pass. I don't know what he was just playing yesterday. The coach showed it. I kept on screaming, bring in Onuachu. Onuachu wants to prove himself. He's doing it right now in the Trabzonspor in Turkey. Onuachu is one of the best players right now. He's in form. He's very hot. He's doing it well. I kept on screaming, give me Onuachu. He kept this guy there. Remove Akko, put Onuachu. If I thought they would see ball cross, we were not crossing the ball yesterday. How many shots we get? Morocco was also not really playing well. And even when they play well, there was Nwabali to punch the ball. Nwabali showed full confidence. You let Akko play it that long, 98 minutes. You let Akko play it 98 minutes. Then Osimhen, they limp. You let him play to 118 minutes. If you can let Osimhen stay 118 minutes, what is the remaining 2 minutes that you don't let him just quickly use that playing penalty? Osimhen would have been a very good confidence to the team to play penalty, like he go give them that boost of morale. It took him out by that time to put in Onuachu. Onuachu is very, very good. I love that player so much. But you would have let him play with Osimhen. Let's leave what referee did. Forget what the referee do. Referee don't do his own, but we don't reach penalty. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, that coach didn't want to play Chukwueze. For some reason. Because people kept on saying they should play Chukwueze now, they should play Chukwueze now. For some reason, that man didn't want to play Chukwueze. Then Chukwueze, you came in. There was no zeal. I don't know. But as the first player scored, when Onuachu scored, when they came, they scored, Onuachu scored. Then they came, they missed. All you had to do was to just score and give us the boost. That's all you needed to do. The way you worked to the ball showed that you didn't even care much about the competition. I will not blame you. Why I not go blame you now? Because of say I did inside that stadium yesterday. But why I will still blame you now? Because you now top player. Play Villarreal, play AC Milan. You dey play Premier League now. You now top player. That's why I just shocked. See, I was like, Jesus Christ. Then when Oyemichi too come miss, I just say God of Israel. Oyemichi, when he was even going safe, I just heard somebody say another left foot I go miss. Boom. Anyways, I'm not going to entirely blame now because me I did inside the stadium yesterday. We were there inside, different from people who watch for TV. People were there for TV. Who watch for TV, they know the hear echo. They know the hear echo. They don't know what you see for feed. Anybody who did that feed yesterday, make a content on how it happened. Well, like that stadium no for yesterday. Now because of the material where they build up. The only good part we say the Moroccans, they love Nigerians. Morocco people love Nigeria so much. They didn't mind to lose that game to us. However, they knew. People will say we'll go market, go buy meat. We didn't market, they buy meat. One of them tell us they will use money buy them. Oh, so when the ref started to do that, I just say, let's see that guy talk. Then when it was now time to play penalty, there was a place where those our people where they play drum. Those are our supporters club where they play drum. They were on the other side. They were large. They were like 0.5%. They would have even played it there so that they'll give Nigerian player a boost. They refused. They turned it to the other side still. As a God of Israel. They play as they tried. Shout out to everybody that played. You understand? Everybody will not try. I see what happened yesterday. Now I know better. Before I go start to open my mouth, they talk, say this one, especially when I watch for TV, I'm not even bother myself again. Especially those kind of games. I know no need. And to the Nigerian government, is it not time for you people to host Nations Cup? Some laws don't play. If you play God, then you then the hard way by.
Listen, guys. Usually I would not do this. I don't like telling people how to do their jobs. I have so many, let me not say so many, I have several friends in the Super Eagles team that I talk to, and I have never ever in my life interfered in their football. But I think it's very necessary that I do this because over the years I have been seeing the same pattern repeat itself. Listen, religion stops this country from burning. You get, because we're very religious people. So this religion versus this religion, they just do their thing themselves. You get, that's one aspect of it. Politics divides this nation because self-interest comes into play in politics. If there's anything that unites Nigeria as a nation, it's football. Mark my words, it's football. So dear Super Eagles and intending Super Eagles players, have this at the back of your mind. When you are playing for Nigeria, regardless of how the NFF treats you, if you choose to say, I will play for Nigeria, understand that you have the potential, the power, the strength to unite Nigeria. Football is the only thing that brings Muslims and Christians, North, South, East, and West together. In case you guys don't know, please check your history. When Nigeria is playing football, in our victorious moments, the whole nation forgets where any other person is from. You have to treat it like you are an assassin. I ain't never seen in my life where an assassin, and go and ask, maybe I'm wrong. You will never see an assassin have an opportunity to kill somebody and choose to go like this or like this while chewing gum. You get? Chukwueze, I forgive him from the bottom of my heart, but you need to understand that the weight of a nation lies in your hand. But if you go for glory before victory, more often than not, you will mess up. More often than not, you become the victim. I was not born when they shot the good, the bad, the ugly. But one of the most famous lines in movie history is, if you want to shoot, shoot, don't talk. If you want to shoot, shoot, don't talk, don't shoot chewing gum, don't look up at the camera, don't smile before the shoot out. Like you are in enemy territory, you have to kill, you have to strike. Don't let that ember come alive. We let an advantage slip. And just so you know, I'm really not blaming only Chukwueze. You need to understand, 1994, those are our heroes. But guess what? They messed up. They messed up at the most critical moment. They messed up 2 minutes to go. Nevertheless, they are still our heroes because it was literally our first time at the World Cup. You will hardly find a Nigerian who says their hero is a politician or a pastor. Ask Nigerians, my age grade, right? Okocha Olise. Kanu, Taribo, only who again? Ipeba. They are endless. Go and check that 94 to 96 set. Those are Nigerian heroes. There are reasons why we are still alive, because those memories have not been erased by greater achievements. You get what I'm saying? Don't come to the Super Eagles if you know you are not ready to kill or die for the nation. If NFL don't pay you your money, then let it go. Social media be fucking you guys up real bad. Not just from this tournament, previous tournaments. Go and check. Social media, you get crazy by the praise. Guess what? They don't like you. They like what you do. Don't let the comments, don't let the likes fool you. The tide can change anytime. When it comes to 5-5 penalty shootout, if you're not Andre Pirlo, don't try Peneka, don't try placement. Where keeper go catch with 2 hands. You need to shoot that shit and tear the net like Rashidi Yekini. You get what I'm saying? You stop going on social media. In 2018 World Cup, Argentina had to beat Nigeria to qualify. We needed a fucking draw. When Argentina had to play us 4 days to go and check, no member of the Argentine team was on social media. We were on social media, we were posting a shit like that. The heartbreaks done too many. You need to understand that for people like me, you don't have to take my advice, but it's things like this that get us going. As a nation, we're a footballing nation, it is our body. That's the truth. 2002 Nations Cup semi-final. Extra time, Senegal score us. Guess what? Last minute we equalized. Either it was Kanu or Agawa that scored the equalizer goal. The place where go watch the match, made the gym there. As we equalized there, I mistakenly jumped, entered one of the guy's armpit. He almost strangled me to death, and his armpit had brown hair and was smelling. I remember where I was when that shit happened. It gets into penalty. And guess what? Oruma, who they have fought Amoto Shaibu, that he has to play. He has to go to the tournament. They put him just before the game. We had a penalty. He missed it. You get what I'm saying? He missed it. So this experience now don't bring back those scars. When we had to play Algeria, I was automatic. I just remember saying Algeria beat us 2019 for semi-final with Riyad Mahrez free kick. Listen, guys, all I'm trying to say is you have chances to be heroes, to write your name in history and never be forgotten. Don't continue to fuck this shit up. It's very important. You guys are our potential heroes. Potential heroes. I forgive you now. I'm speaking for myself. I forgive the Super Eagles, but you need to understand what you people are doing when you wear the Nigerian jersey, right, is beyond football, beyond your salary, beyond your rights. You already know that your system is fucked when it comes to some of these things like this. You already know. So if you're not ready to die, don't play. Put it and post.
For the referees, I've been seeing payment slips flying around Accra and Osu. Flying around. Black Chef can confirm this. Stoneboy can testify to this. Small God, yes. The boys, free the youth boys, they can testify to this. Payment slips were going around Ghana. That referee is throwing a party in what's the name of that place in Ghana, front back. Tonight, his family is going to be there, enjoying the fruit of their labor, which is our demise. Maybe say commentator, they even talk, say, no even know waiting they pa. Hi, Africa. Big up Jamie Carragher, continue to insult us, expose our weaknesses. But shout out to the Moroccan government.
I'm proud of this. Oh God, I'm proud of this team regardless. I'm proud of the team regardless. See, I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of the team. We don't play ball. We play ball to this point. We will not forget that fact. We play ball to this point. Like we play ball to this point. Oh my God! Imagine we just go penalty shot and not say we go lose this match. Look at the shot I made. Imagine we go, bro. Now Bono dey post. Now Bono dey post. I don't watch Bono penalty shootout get 4 times for my life. That guy is a menace. That guy is a menace. He's a menace on penalty. Mwaba is a counter save penalty for us. Chukwueze. I don't want to just talk. I don't want to, because if I talk with them, I don't want to just talk. Chukwueze they touching down for penalty. Serious match like this. He they touching down. No shake your shot, no shake. I don't want anything to do negative. The boys don't try. They don't play. They don't try. They don't try. It's penalty shootout. Anything can happen. It's a penalty shootout. Anything can happen. But you see this particular call, I don't ever forget them. Try, even though you're in pain, but we don't try. We don't try. Shout out to all the players. Osime, Lookman, the manager himself. I forget their names themselves now. It will be. Shout out to all of them. Wanna try, man. Wanna try. Shout out to you guys. Wanna try. On to the next one. On to the next tournament. Wanna try. Thank you for giving us memories that will last a lifetime. Thank you. Wanna try.
Ọmọ Igbo, ṣáná àwọn Igbo yẹn, àwọn bá gbogbo jẹ́ nílùú yìí. Ọmọ ẹ̀rọ sọ̀rọ̀ láì ní ẹ̀wọ̀n jọ.
According to Tunde Perry, for those that don't understand Yoruba, he said Sharia or Omo Igbo, saying that then they spoil things for Nigeria with Yoruba. That is what he said. And then I went on Twitter. They don't turn it into tribalism. As you can see, Ayo, the face of the Igbo guy will destroy us today. Igbo and failure. This other one say, thank God it's an Igbo boy who missed the penalty. Imagine the hit if it was Zaidu Sanusi who played that rubbish penalty and missed. He also said, Samuel Chukwueze, an Igbo boy, cost us a place in the AFCON finals with that useless penalty he played. I'm suspecting he did that in solidarity with Biafra, because there's no way you are convincing me that that wasn't intentional. Then this one made a caricature of somebody with an Igbo attire with the Igbo cap. Where it said, guess the tribal lost the penalties. Then you see this one. Who still they deal with fake drugs, fake drink, fake food, fake water, fake charger, fake phone, fake electronics, when I still shock us with fake human being. Chukwueze or Gao. Then this one said, the three Igbo guys that destroy Nigeria this night, Chukwueze, Oyedika, Yemechi, come every Igbo where they for Super Eagles team. They don't like Nigeria. They are Biafrans. First things first, this thing that you are seeing now, it is political strategy. They need to divide. Election they come. Politicians they sponsor. Take it from me. Don't even bother yourself. Take it from me. It is politics, nothing more but politics. If you want to understand where the instigation of tribalism starts from, it's always on Twitter. Now, Twitter people, they always instigate these things because most of them are faceless. Do you understand? And a lot of them are very, very insecure. A lot of them have extreme issues. I usually say this. That's why I don't rate Twitter. I don't repeat this thing 1 million times. These people are low self-esteem people. That's why they never make videos. If you say make people, where they all those Twitter influencers, all those Twitter pages, the day you say they should start making videos by themselves, nobody go to Twitter again. And again, that's why they arrest them. It's anytime when they go defame person or say something, police arrest them. My brother, if you see the people that they arrest, you go the one that say, now this person get this page. You go see person be like, get kwashoko. Head go big, leg go slim, the leg go big. You just see the person just look like gremlin. Person go just be like goblin. And they tell you, those Twitter people, they use them. Those things are tribal. Election is coming 2027. Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. Chukwueze me, so what? So what if you miss? So what? We don't blame him. Yes. Why did you take it to tribalism? What does all this one mean? And now let me come back to you, Tunde Perry. I will tell you as somebody that know better than you. I will tell you as nobody today say, and I say you know something. You have no orientation and you need to be oriented. Once you have a platform, the moment that platform don't pass 20,000 followers, you need to be watch with you they talk. Because you have 20,000 people that believe in you. If you think 20,000 is small, 20,000 is not small. 20,000 no small. Because inside that 20,000, you have 5,000 people that believe in what you say. They look at you as a role model. That is why they are following you. So that small talk where you talk yesterday, you don't they put hate for people's mind against these people. A lot of you are guilty. Igbos do this, Yorubas do this. I don't know why. And it all originates from that Twitter. Always Twitter. And like I said, a lot of them are insecure. They have no confidence. That's why they write. They'll project their insecurity on people. The other day, I did say this guy, again one guy, Alabi. If you see what they do in wife, say the wife no fit born. Person married, God no give am pikin, so what? They say the guy na impotent. They start to say she don't use her baby, do ritual. There's nothing they didn't say. I did look the thing and nearly cry for her. But I just say make I come on my eye. I did look the thing and nearly cry for the lady. What for? What was that for? Is that what you used to insult people? There's a difference when they bounce person, go one level. But when you don't, they go that kind of, and it's only on Twitter I see. Later on, they say, Twitter is savage. Twitter is not savage. You people have low self-esteem. I keep saying it. Twitter is savage. If you go, insults, we would they chop insults, they fly. You know how many times? I see VeryDarkMan, I skip. In my head, I'll be like, look at this fool. You don't need to type it because you never skip. You are intimidated by the person. You have low self-esteem. I'm not like you. We are on the God level. I say there's nobody on that Twitter. I quote me where. Apart from the normal people have did Instagram, they all that social media. The ones that they did Twitter, the former guy, all of them have low self-esteem. All. Put your head together. Low self-esteem. All. From the Hyundai to the Rega to the all of them. All. Low self-esteem. All. These people don't stand when men they stand, they talk. But they feel like say, okay, they're there, they want to talk. This one. Tribalism, always. I say all. They can't stand when men they stand. I mean talk am. Don't embarrass yourself. That team, the whole Super Ego team, they have outside Igbo, Yoruba. That is one Nigeria there. Chukwu is a miss, let him miss. But trying to more bash him. Yes, we'll bash him so that he will do well. But when you switch to tribalism, it's a no. Peace and love don't play. If you play, you're going to learn and you will learn the hard way. And like I said, all of them on Twitter, they can't speak when men they speak in real life. Don't be seminar where they talk, or may go on seminar, go to speak big English, where they talk real word, real experience, real threat, real situation. How do you handle it? It's just like I say, tell all of them to start making videos. You see that they are all, now all of them be Toto. And get out of here.